Hi, I'm Rob, and it's Guild Wars time again, and today we're up against Draconest. Right, in a brand new guild, the Gem Father, so we're having to work our way up through the lower brackets first before we get to the more challenging stuff. It's fun though, looking around some of these names. Thought some of these were actually quite cool. A Mages of Mana, that's pretty good, and where is it? Zombie Smurfs made me chuckle. There you go. Anyway, on to today's fights. Right, up against EG 300 first of all. I'm going to go aggressive on the teams today, I think. Plague Lord class is the enemy. Vulcan's Mace, damage to the enemy. Create a mix of red and brown, which is going to be good for Indrajit and Obsidious. If Obsidious gets a 4-match, it will stun on my team. Does a decent amount of heavy splash damage. And Indrajit does damage boosted by purple gems and red. Glacian is good. Should normally be up the top. But hey ho, you never know. Okay, so idea of my team. I'm in Archmage's class for this. Going to use Thrall as the mana generator. Gains bonus purple from purple gem matches. Destroys a bunch of gems. Takes a bit of damage, but don't really care about that. And the 8th Sin is going to be my main skull generator, or one of them at least. And I'm going to be in Archmage's class, as I said. Gain 2 bonus purple when matching purple gems. Ensures my Thrall gets filled up really quickly, providing we get some purple at the start. We'll go for Magical Shield, Dark Hunger, Anti-Magic Sphere, Mana Source, Antiquity, Arcane Surge, and Chaos Wave as the champion talents. I'm going to start with 1 Medal of Arnu to give my troops a mini start, and a Medal of Orpheus just in case we do get stunned and things like that. And the other medal was a Nisha. Not that I think I actually need it that much because, oh yeah, for my Thrall, so he destroys more gems. Doesn't actually affect the 8th Sin at all. That's all written in black, so none of that changes. But I will have more life than the enemy, I hope, most of the time. So we will create a hell of a lot of skulls. Skeleton is there, creates 7 skulls and gains an extra turn, and Keeper of Souls transforms all gems of a chosen colour to skulls. So that is pretty good, and if we don't get the colours we want, like purple and red, we can hopefully pick up some brown instead. Banner for this is going to be +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow abyssal banner from the Blighted Lands. Right, let's hope for some purple at the start. You could have gone with Leprechaun instead of a Thrall for a guaranteed start. But I quite like it this way. Right, so we'll definitely grab this purple, I think. Now we've got our 8 Sin up already. Not a ton of skulls there, but we are going to create 14 altogether. So this has to be worth the risk. Who should we grab to the top? Let's get rid of... Hopefully there. See, that's where we can go wrong. See, straight away, we created 14 skulls, but it decided that it wasn't going to actually connect any of them. Right, let's try again, I suppose. Right, let's have another go at that. That's a little bit better. Might switch to my Zor team after this. Or you can swap Thrall for Leprechaun, give yourself a guaranteed start. Any brown? Nope. Any red? Nope. Any purple? Nope. So we stop them from getting what they want. They don't care about yellow, so they don't care about that. They don't use blue, so it's not good for anyone right now. Don't usually play often with a team that's very limited on mana colours, but it doesn't often seem the way that when you do that on a very odd occasion, all of a sudden, they're the colours that don't appear on the screen. What do you even know? But at least we got some red this time. It's not very quick games. This is not going to be a good score. If this starts off okay and I got them skulls at the beginning, this would have been over in no time at all. But the game decides what the game decides sometimes. And the game is deciding I have a choice of not many moves. And it's still deciding that my colours do not exist. It's giving me a choice of 2 moves again. We've got some brown and a skull hit. Right, let's get going. Skulls, green. Have it. You have it some more. See what that does. Gonna take a skull hit back. It's not gonna kill me, but you know, you don't want to take too much damage in Guild Wars. You want to take as little as possible, and I certainly don't want anybody to die. Shall I get that one? Yeah. Right. Don't mess it up. Oh my god, what a disaster. this is a new team, so I'm playing around with it, and oh, crikey. Can things be any worse? Wow. What a terrible first game. Must have a 4-match somewhere. Don't think any of those things that I cast worked particularly well. We are going to kill them, but I just want to see if I can get a 4-match anywhere. I want to see if it's even giving me that on the last move. Nothing doing on green there. All there. Nothing doing on brown. Nothing doing... Yeah, nothing doing on a green there. So yeah. Not very good. That could have been a mini disaster. Oh well. It is what it is. The sort of team that should be good. I might persevere with it. I might try it again. Let's see. That's the same opponent. Okay. Right, let's out of interest, let's try exactly the same thing again then. Because the Guild Wars is a thing that can be very much luck based sometimes, because it just, whatever the game decides on when those skulls appear, things like that is literally what can decide whether your team does really well or not. So I don't mind giving him that skull hit to get my thrall up. Right, let's charge the rest of the team up first. Let's try this a different way round. So we've now got Keep It of Souls up as well. This is maybe the way I should have gone about it the first time around. It's a newly created team I've not really used before. But if you can use Keep It of Souls first, then you're going to have more skulls on the board, which means that when you cast your 8th Sin, you have more chance of getting some skull alignment. But do I have any 4-matches on skulls? Always feels like there should be something somewhere. There's not. Not on the 4-match anyway. Okay, so quite a few skulls there. 8. So let's create some more. Let's do that the same way. Okay, that works out a bit better. Now we have this nice alignment with Keeper of Skulls. They're gone. And let's take that match. That's another skull hit. Of course, the only thing with this kind of team is when there's so many skulls like this and my skeleton didn't get charged, you have to do a bit of tit for tat with skull hits sometimes. Trade in skull hits. I'm going to take this one, just in case something dropped down from the top which was useful. Let's get rid of them. Let's cast Thrall. That was an extra turn. This is pretty good. Quite a lot of skulls there, so let's go for it. To Glaceon or Wallop. He's Thrall again. Yeah, I might change the team. This didn't work out quite as well as I thought it might. I can do this on brown. He's going to survive that if I take a single skull hit, so I'm going to go for it with the 8th Sin. And that was okay. Yeah, that team didn't work out quite as well as I thought it would, so I'm going to switch teams. Always good to play around though. So let's go to one of my favourite purple teams. Thrall, Zul'Goth, Reflection of Good. Leprechaun, similar idea to the last team, but if you don't get any purple, you're guaranteed to start with Leprechaun. It's not normally recommended on high level Guild Wars games like we spin bracket 2, bracket 3 all the time. And when you cast Leprechaun, you're literally rolling the dice, because it's like you'd have no idea how the board is going to turn out afterwards. But in games of this level at the moment, you can certainly get away with it. So same idea as before, but we have Zul'Goth as our instant killer, and we have Reflection of Good, which is an excellent weapon. Grants all status effects to an ally, then explodes magic-based amount of gems of their mana colour. So we'll go for this. Don't really need to be an elementalist class for this. So I'm going to change the class to Archmagus, so I get that nice extra purple. And a 50% start on the hero. Elementalist, really good when you need a little bit of defense about you as well. So if we don't get anything at the beginning with purple, I'll just go for it as my Leprechaun. Yeah, it's not too bad. Can go for it. Let's cast Thrall. My Zul is up. Let's get rid of their Obsidious. Good smattering of green everywhere. But I'd rather take this Skull hit first. I'd rather not lose my Thrall if it's avoidable. This is going to be a lot of mana gen if I cast my Leprechaun, because there's green literally everywhere. But I'll cast Thrall first. Grab that match. Right, I don't want to risk getting hit by Glaceon, so I'm just going to absolutely play it completely safe. Yeah, and I prefer that team overall. It's a lot faster, it's a lot more reliable. I've been forgetting to look at my points. That was 1,497 on that one. I'll see if I can see what they are on the previous two fights. Where these fights are a lot easier at the moment in these brackets. It's like not sort of concentrating properly yet. It's kind of like you can just breeze your way through it, and that's not disrespectful to the team I'm fighting. It's just like the way it is at the moment. And a bit of a slumber while working my way through these fights. Could get a Thrall up, could just cast my Leprechaun at the beginning. Lots of green everywhere, might go for that. Got an extra turn out of it as well, which is pretty cool. This should get my Zul up, and did. Right, let's maybe stop their greed from casting. Gets an extra turn. Or should I kill their hero? Don't want them having any chance of a summon later on. Okay, going really well so far. They've not had a turn so far. Let's cast Thrall. If we get lucky with another extra turn. Oh, just about to say the no turn win could be on, but it's gone. So they had one turn. And that was 1,661 Guild Wars points. So it doesn't look like there's many people in this guild. Waltroll. Glaceon, Yaoguai, Obsidious, Giant's Mace. That's where Glaceon should normally be, see, at the top, which is a good place for him to be, because he has that awesome ice armor, reduced damage from skulls by 65%, and can be very dangerous when he gets to cast that if luck goes on his way on those transforms. Yaoguai, always dangerous. Steals life from the first enemy when matching red gems, but deals damage to the first two enemies boosted by his life, and steal 4 magic from both enemies, transform all purple gems to red. This guy is a legendary normally, but it is literally way better than a hell of a lot of actual mythics. He is so good. Obsidious, we've just seen, dealing heavy splash damage and stunning all enemies. And Giant's Mace deals splash damage to an enemy. They're in Plague Lord class, so we'll go again. Can't believe I lost a troop on that first game. Oh dear. Anyway, that's what happens when you cast like, and you create like 14 skulls and things like that, and they just decide that they're not gonna align for you. A little beginner tip here, or new player tip: when given a choice out of, say, this skull collection or this one, I would go with this one, because there's a chance you'll get a brown match here, which is going to give you an extra turn, and that sort of thing does not exist here. You maybe get a 3 match and that's it, but here you do have a chance of an extra turn. Didn't work out, but you've got to be in it to win it and all that. Right, so we go for it with our thrall. That was a nice extra turn. We are absolutely going to get rid of their Yaoguai. No question about that whatsoever. And taking another couple of hits. Is my thrall about to die? If I get unlucky with this skull placement, it might. Let's see what drops down after this. Got to be careful not to give them a skull hit. I don't really want to cast Leprechaun or Thrall. Could give them a skull alignment. I think Thrall can survive one more. Let's go for it. Oh, ooh, that was teeny weeny bit fortunate. Thrall's hanging on in there, look a good one. Let's go for it again. Doesn't quite knock him out. So that damage reduction as well. Let's go for... Let's give Leprechaun a little taste of the action. Should we let Obsidian burn to death just for fun? 2 turns away from being burnt. Oh, he's recovered! That was cheeky. How many things are there? Oh, there's plenty of skulls around. This should take him out unless we're really unlucky. And did! And everybody charged at the end. Right, so that one was 1,718 Guild Wars points. But I lost points on the first game of all games to lose points on. What did we get altogether? Ah, 1,428. Super average for that kind of level of opposition, but it is what it is. Lost a bunch of points on those first couple of games, I think. Would have got probably a bit harder than that, like 9-5 something, if I'd have gone with that Zol team for the first 2 battles, but it is what it is. It's just playing around at the moment and just experimenting maybe with slightly different teams while we're in these lower brackets, and a good chance to see how certain teams work. Anyway, there's Guild Wars for today. I'll be back later on, as in tomorrow, for Guild Wars Day 2. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now.